Now, the former deputy chair of an independent review into the feasibility of HS2 claims the panel rarely met and never really discussed it.
Lord Tony Berkeley also claimed the draft report ordered by the Prime Minister into the future of the project was written by officials at the Department for Transport, the very department that's under scrutiny. Andy Bevan joins us for more on this. And Andy, these are some really serious claims.
Well, they are, yes. I mean, they were made during a meeting of the Economic Affairs Committee. It's a Lords Committee, and they were meeting to discuss the future of HS2, the costs and the roles of the HS2 Limited, the company that operates it, and also the Department for Transport. Now, they were the figure of HS2, the cost of HS2 is officially put at £88 billion, but it's also been put as high as £106 billion in a leak of a report which is due to come out from a chap called Douglas Oakervie. Now, he was commissioned by Boris Johnson to look into the costs of HS2. On that review panel, as the deputy chair, was Lord Tony Berkeley. Now, when the review was drafted, he was sent a copy of it, didn't agree with any of it, so he produced his own report. But today, he was asked by Lord Forsyth, the chairman of the Economic Affairs Committee, about the drafting of the Oakervie report. Let's see what he had to say.
Who wrote the draft chairman's report?
I would suggest it was mostly the officials.
So, when the ministers described this as an independent review, what was actually happening was that officials in the Department of Transport were drafting the report, which was supposed to be looking into what they themselves had done. This is not like something out of Yes Minister.
Yes, Lord Chairman, you're absolutely right. The panel hardly ever met, and it was usually just a quick meeting, didn't last long, and some of the panel never came to meetings, and we never had a discussion. And so it wasn't independent at all, in my view.
Well, Andy, what's the Department of Transport said in response to that?
Well, I've spoken to them the last hour, and they've said that Lord Berkeley's points are his personal views only, and they added this is an important decision for the country, which will be made on the facts, and it's important that the government looks at it properly. I also approached West Midlands Mayor Andy Street, who's a huge advocate of HS2, and sat with Lord Berkeley on that Oakervie review panel. And I've just had a text from him, and it says that the running of the Oakervie panel is an issue for Doug Oakervie and the DfT. However, I think it's telling that no other member of the panel, which included those who are both for and against the scheme, have spoken out. This is a clear attempt to disparage the Oakervie review from someone who is evidently unhappy with its findings. Well, the government is due to release the Oakervie report and make a final decision on the future of HS2 in the next few days.